Hey everyone, and welcome back to this little mini series on generating the valley. This is episode 4, and if you guys remember last episode, we built this beautiful wizard tower. We did some ruins, we did some wizard stuff, and we did some magic stuff over there with the commands. And all that was a bunch of fun, and I think today I want to continue the infrastructure of this kind of section of the valley. And I think if we go ahead and go over to our little message board here, we'll go ahead and see what we have left to do. So we can go ahead and click off number 4 here, Wizards, Magic, and Ruins. That's been done. And we are also going to actually check off Greenhouse. One of the other server members is actually going to take on the project of the Greenhouse, which means I don't have to deal with it, which is fantastic. So thank you very much for that. And I believe today we're going to focus on two different things, and that's going to be 7 and 8 here. We want to focus on the infrastructure of the valley itself. So what we want to do is probably create the actual path around the lake here, as well as some lighting for it, and connect that up to the path over here. And then finally, come over here and we want to make the ruins for this bridge. Now we have bridges on there because we are probably going to have a second bridge. If I go ahead, hit the map here, not that map, I do that every time. If I go ahead and hit the map here, I think we're also going to have a second bridge somewhere over in this area, which I believe one of our other server members also has a pretty good idea for. So we might just make like a little path going over to here, but we're probably not going to focus on that bridge. Instead, what we want to do today is create the path around here, connect the path up here, and then probably finish the creative version of the bridge that connects our two areas here, as well as maybe making the ruins for this. And so because that is so much work, I'm actually going to have a third member of our server join us, and that's actually my fiance, and she is going to help us create this path and potentially work on the lights. So we have that to look forward to today, which I'm very, very excited about, trying to get some of the server members involved in this. And the start of the server is looking closer and closer every day. People seem to be pretty excited for it, and I know some of our server members that haven't had access to gaming in a while are getting access very, very soon. And so we kind of need to finish up what we're doing here. I need to start choosing what is actually important and what actually can just be wait or what can actually wait until the server is done, which is why I want to get this path work done because this was my main vision, I guess. The other last thing we could potentially do is make a crappy little shoveled path road over to the village district. Just a little trail or something like that is going to probably be all that we can do for that. We just want something to signify that, oh, there is something more that way, and it gives people a chance to find better places to build without having to think too hard into it. So as typical, I'm going to go ahead and start to collect some of these resources and gather them for my storage system. And once we're ready to go, I'll bring you guys back and we'll start on this path work.
Oh, the village.
Hello everyone. 23 for 12 here. Back again. Oh shit! Ah!
Jacob!
Oh, thank God. I've been needing to do that because that keeps happening. Anyways, where are you at?
Here.
Hello. And don't that command will turn off that like command block output where you can see it in the chat, that'll turn off too. What a time, huh, guys?
My God.
Hey guys, 25 for 12 here. Welcome back.
Stop.
I'm with Sarah, my fiance. Okay, here's our stuff that I've gathered for us. This is your box. You get purple. Let's come over here so you can see. Uh,
Oh, sorry.
let's come over
I was
here,
having a moment.
and I will show you how to build it, and then you can build more. Okay. We'll just put one here. Actually, we'll put it here. Let's hope I can remember how to build this.
Oh, I have an idea. I can be so silly. I forgot what my chest plate was called. So I was just blowing past and I saw my titty cover. And I was like, what?
Of course. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at my bridges. That's not going in the video till later. Unless it goes in the compilation. Hey guys, 23 for 12 here.
You make a compilation of all of those just for
Yeah,
me.
I can. Oh, that didn't work.
Can I have a goat horn that says, "Hey guys, it's 23 by 12 here"?
Yeah, you have to make the sound clip, but yeah. Stop
You just
recording.
flying?
What? I'm on scaffolding. She's accusing
I
me
thought
of
you were lying.
hacking.
before.
Oh. Oh shit, caught in 4K.
La, 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 la.
I think we need to get bone meal too. And then bone meal the berries up top.
Oh, okay, that's actually fun. Okay, I
Hey,
have bunch of bone meal.
yippee dippy
Doobie doo.
do. Alright, well, while you do that, I'm gonna be alongside you building
What
the path.
what is happening?
What?
Am I just building exactly that?
Yeah. Wherever I put the torch, alongside the path, put one, okay?
Okay,
That's what we're
okay.
gonna do. Plus, then we can test. Oh, you have to defend me though. Actually, yeah, this works really well because we literally can test it with the torches to see how much light we have. Oh, I didn't know.
Your
It
guard
was
dog.
guard dog day. Okay.
Cut that, cut that.
What that? Are you kidding me? Now I'm not gonna. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a ton of progress done. That was super, super fun, and the valley is really starting to come together. This is pretty much what I wanted to see when people log in on the server for the first time. I want them to see a starting build, a set path, and potentially a couple of ruins around here. Um, but not anything that would stop them, I guess, from building. This just gives them a general theme to go off of, and it sets the tone pretty early on, and I'm pretty happy with it. I don't have much to say. I know for a fact I'm not entirely happy with this. I don't think I really showed this on screen, but I did actually extend part of this kind of cliff out because the greenhouse is going to go over on that side, and I think that's kind of what it's missing is that greenhouse needs to go there, and so I'm not. It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, this not is not finished. So we'll see if we end up keeping that or if we're just gonna demo it, but honestly, I think it's fine for now. So I think we can go ahead and head over here. We can stop by the message board very quick as well, because I believe the next thing we have to do is actually the bridges themselves. So here we have the pathwork and decorations and the lanterns for the most part done. I don't know if we're going to do too much decorations. We need to at least set up the bundle though. We won't do that today, but today what we will do is make this bridge. So we're going to head over here and I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, so here we are on the creative world. You can kind of see the main ideas that I'm going for this bridge. You can also see all the iterations that I've been working on. Um, this is about where the path is. You can still tell this is a little old of a creative world now. Main idea is to kind of have like an old stone bridge that has these archways in it. The thing that I was struggling with the most was honestly the height. I like how this looks. It's too tall. I'm gonna need some giant staircase going up, and also it doesn't really fit the area. So what I went ahead and did from there was did some like wireframe build to test out basically like the height of things and maybe the arch sizes. And what I came to see was something like this is preferable because then as you're passing under with a boat, you miss your head, but it feels very, very low hanging, which is kind of what I was hoping for. So this one has 7 blocks, this one has 9 blocks in between, and this one has 11 blocks. The 7 block one is okay. I don't mind it. The 9 block one gives a little bit more curvature, and the 11 block one I was struggling with a bit on actually finding the correct curve, and because of that, I actually ended up going with the 9 block one. And you can see me try to kind of space them out over here. This is about the size of the bridge, and I think that's about where I want to leave it. And so what I want to do now is I had two different ideas for this. I could either just put down the ruins themselves, like basically just where the bases would be in the world. But the problem with that, we wouldn't know the materials. Really, the question is how much can I get done before the start of the season? So I think what I am going to do is actually go ahead and try and finish this build. Um, it's going to take a while, so I might, instead of doing a time lapse this time, I might just cut back in and out whenever I get some progress. What I'll probably do is take down that initial bridge because this is about where we're placing the real bridge. Take this down and kind of start with this kind of like frame here, and then I will add details, add the road, and as I said earlier, I'm hoping to maybe add like maybe like the heart of the sea. I think that'd be a really, really cool thing to do. Just because then it's like whenever we pass through here, we have that water breathing and everything, which would be super, super nice. So yeah, we're gonna try and figure out a way to incorporate all this. We'll go from there. All right, so a little bit of an update. I'm starting to get the shape down. I'm still struggling quite a bit on honestly quite a few things here. I wanted to add some depth to it, and I've been adding these like alcoves, and originally I had these connected either with slabs or with like solid blocks here, and just nothing was really quite working. I plan on adding like some type of, go ahead, just grab some type of wall here, maybe the andesite wall. I was thinking about adding some type of wall here, or even just like building up. Let's see, something like, ooh, maybe not like that. One of these, either stare upside down, stare like this. It's also kind of tough because it's all stone right now, so it doesn't really look, I guess, the greatest. But yeah, so that's been my biggest struggle right now is I think I've got the general shape of what I'm going for. And I don't really want to go much higher than this because then just get this like same kind of low to the ground archway that I want to feel. But if not, I'm probably just gonna keep on working and I will probably just cut back once I've made a little bit more progress. All right, a little bit more time has passed and I'm gonna go ahead and pop an image up on the screen here of kind of what I'm thinking for this. I'm really liking how this is turning out. I pivoted quite a bit. I realized that the stone just doesn't make any sense because I'm going for a literal cobblestone bridge. As much as it seemed weird to me, I was like, I should just do primarily cobblestone. I will probably reduce the amount of mossy in here. I don't know. We'll kind of have to mess with it a bit, but yeah, I'm basically going off of this bridge that I have up on screen and making it kind of uneven. I'm gonna probably make it a little we might even be able to do. I wonder if we can do like cobblestone walls down here to show it's been like it's kind of like decaying a little bit, and it's oh, here, let go like that. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think we can do something with that. But I think that makes it look like it's kind of crumbling a little bit. But yeah, I want it to be kind of uneven and in ruins because honestly, the reason for that is because I like these tiny windows. And the only way to do that is with stairs. And you can't make the stairs even. But so if I just make the entire thing uneven and not symmetrical on both sides, it makes this a lot easier, honestly. Because all these little bridges that I've been seeing up on screen have these little windows. I'm like, I would like to replicate this. So yeah, you can see on the back, I'm not entirely sure on how I'm gonna connect everything. And I've just really started on this, but I really just wanted to show the side here because I like this a hell of a lot better than what I had previously. The other question that I have is how many of these do I actually should I actually place? And I don't think I should do every single pillar. I think what I will probably do instead is what seems to be typical with these is one or two in the middle and then two on the ends. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one on the end, one on the end there, and then we'll do this middle one as well. And then we'll have to figure out what to do on these like middle sections if we're just going to build them up a little bit or if we're going to keep them how they are. But yeah, I am really liking how this is turning out. I don't know. I'm really proud of this. I'm gonna continue going, and honestly, once I cut back, it'll probably be it for the creative side of things for this video, and honestly, probably it for the rest of the video. I haven't really done too much editing on this one yet. Just been kind of recording clips here and there, so we'll see what ends up happening. But this is going to be huge because once we get this done, we have the paths done. We have a server member doing the greenhouse. We don't have that much left. Like we're getting there, and I and really wanted to open the server here soon, so I'm pretty excited for this. So let's get back to building. So bringing you guys back in to see the general idea I'm going for, and probably the last time for this video. I can't remember quite what I showed in the last one. It's been a couple days, and I'm a little sick right now. Super fun. Um, but the main idea that I was going for is to have basically the secondary version where there so that way we don't have a tower in every single one. Basically have something with some type of light or fire or something like that. And I think this is probably the version we're going to go with. It could use some work. I'm not entirely sure what else to add. I mean, like obviously I know we can still add this guy's loud. I know we can still add like some vines or something like that and maybe some more texture. Um, but I think the general idea of where this is going is what I need. And this got me thinking about how I'm going to actually do the bundles. For those who don't know, Lightmatica, the owner of Lightmatica, or I guess the creator of Lightmatica, is no longer actually working on it. And I think they do a couple other things like the replay mod and something else that's pretty big. But basically, the ones that I've been using recently have been ported from someone else that's been taking on the project, but it's not actually posted on like CurseForge. You have to get it through like GitHub and everything. So my original plan was going to be using Lightmatica to get that exact count for basically all of the materials that we need. And I think what's probably going to be best for the community itself is to basically just have, if I have a double chest and I can say something along the lines of like, oh, we need 18 stacks of cobblestone for this, and just make like a rough estimate. We need 6 stacks of mossy cobble. We need 5 stacks of tough. We need 2 stacks of deep slate or something like that. And basically just given like a rough estimate instead. Because then basically what I can do is anything that's left over, and if I say specifically like, if I'm like, oh, we need 27 stacks of cobblestone for this, which we obviously don't need, and I only use 18 stacks, well, those 9 stacks I don't keep, but it will go to like community storage. And so that's kind of what the point of all of this is anyways, is to just kind of provide the community with resources and provide them with like new structures and builds, because now all of a sudden, now we have a bridge here, now we have a tower there, now we'll have a greenhouse, another portal, like we'll have all these builds that we otherwise wouldn't have necessarily had, and we'll also have different resources and maybe even like diamonds or something like that. So I'm gonna decide on that, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and hop over to the creative world and build those ruins and then place it on a chest and kind of actually be able to do that first material list. So let's go hop over, and that should be it for this episode. All right, guys, here we are. This is the ruins. Honestly, nothing crazy. Might have some like stairs or slabs or walls or something here, but I mean, I didn't want to add too much. Probably will do it for this one just because this is like the first one that you'll see. You can kind of see these are going to be the stairs walking up to it. Um, but yeah, I went ahead and placed down the lectern, and I actually have this one filled out as discussed. So we have the bridge to the shopping minigames district. And then I have an entire parts list of roughly how much I'll need. Um, some of these are overestimations, like the cobblestone and the mossy cobblestone, but that cobblestone and mossy cobblestone will be used in future builds. So I think it's going to work out well. We also have any stack of prismarine blocks. We have a heart of the sea, some vines. Uh, fuck. Do you see? Do you see how I panic? Oh my god. Anyways, I'll fix that. Jesus Christ. I was like, I don't want this book to be destroyed. That's all I cared about. I did not want to figure this out again. Yeah, we gotta light up around here. Um, we also have some soul sand, and I think what this means is I don't think I want the shopping district open until we actually have the nether. Because to me, the nether is part of the progression of Minecraft, and this is kind of like a after thing, I guess. Like this is I kind of want to focus on the progression of Minecraft itself, and then focus on the progression of, I guess, re-unlocking the valley. So I think I'm gonna require the soul sand to be um. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna require the soul sand. So I think what I'm going to do is actually require the soul sand to be mined by the players and provided by the players rather than me beforehand. So that way we can say that actually unlocking the mini games in Shopping District is going to be locked until we can hit the nether. So yeah, that is. Oh, and then other thing is one diamond block, as we said before. Um, but yeah, I think that's it. We made so much progress today. I mean, like, we got this done. We'll go ahead and fly over here. We've got all of our lanterns down. We've got our entire path down. We have this cliff for the greenhouse. We have the path over to the village. And honestly, I think all that's left for this little section of the valley before we launch the server is going to be the gate for the villagers, and most of our like admin work, and then just some cleanup. So I'm thinking honestly just one more episode, which kind of makes sense. I believe we have a date and it is going to be August 16th, 15th, something like that, some Friday. But it's coming up very, very soon, and we got like 2 weeks left, so I gotta wrap up what I'm doing here. So probably one video left. That gives me time to design and kind of set up the server. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was really fun to make, and honestly, it was pretty fun to edit as well. Um, if you guys are enjoying my content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, and hit the like button too while you're down there. It helps me out a lot. Same with commenting and hitting the notification bell, all the things. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one, everyone.